mis amigos, and welcome back to Betsy V Lifestyle. Hello, Band-Aid. I did not paint my nail. I'll need to paint them. You know, I just hate painting my nail nowadays because I have kids and I'm always washing dishes, always doing, giving them a bath. So the nail polish comes off within 30 minutes max. And so it's like, I just hate painting my nails. And then I get lazy when it starts coming off, and I just leave them half painted, half off, and it looks disgusting. And I wanted to do my first story time video. I've done chats before, like about the birds and the bees. Make sure you check that out. It's really popular. A lot of people like talking about sex apparently. In this video, I want to talk about the time that I was the other woman. And I was only the other woman because I didn't know I was the other woman. I thought I was the woman. I don't remember the guy's name, but I know he was Spanish. And I had met him years ago where we were in Brooklyn. There we go, he lives in Brooklyn. And we met, it might have been online, okay? And we started hanging out, chilling, and we liked each other. We would go on, you know, little dates and stuff like that. But it eventually fizzled out. And we just didn't talk anymore. I don't remember what happened. I think I just wasn't getting that interest back from him, so we just stopped calling each other and stuff like that. Then years later, I saw him at a club. I was out with my friends. We went to the club, you know, doing a little dance. Dancing on bars. Yeah, I used to dance on bars. It was so much fun. Caught up like regular people do. He asked me what I was up to. I asked what he was up to. He was working at a hotel in Long Island, which was like literally 5 minutes away from my parents' house. And we got to hang out from time to time, but it wasn't a lot because he said he was working at the hotel too much. And he ended up telling me that he was living in Long Island, or I think it was somewhere in Elmont or Floral Park, in that area. And I never went inside. I would drop him off. Yeah, I know. I would drop him off like, if the house, where he was living is right here, I would drop him off like right here, or I would drop him off like right here or in the parking lot, which was usually the parking lot right next to him. And we'd talk a bit, and that was that. He would go home, but he would tell me stories. Like, I forgot who he said he was living with, why I wasn't allowed inside. But it was like his family's house or something like that. And he ended up telling me stories about his neighbor, how his neighbor has loud dogs. Like, they have 7 dogs and they're so loud and they bark all night and this and that. So he was telling me intimate details of his life, basically. Okay, so I knew where he worked at the hotel and which hotel it was, and I knew about his neighbors. We never did anything but kiss, okay? So one day he's like, oh, come to my job, I want to see you, and we could just see each other real quick on my lunch break. So I go to his lunch break, we hang out, and for some reason I got a feeling like something wasn't right, you know, just dropping him off, not being able to go inside, which is understandable because I never introduced my parents to any guy. I was just dating casually, except for like 2 guys, and one of them included my boyfriend. So I kind of understood it, but I'm like, dang, right? Like in the parking lot, and then I had gone on his MySpace. This is MySpace days, okay? And I was looking through his profiles, and I see a picture of him and some girl. A few pictures, you know, but it's not only him and some girl. And there's other guys and other, you know. So I asked him, I was like, oh, who was this girl? He said it was his cousin. You know, they're mad close and whatever. So I was like, okay. So I tried to look for her profile, and I found it. Go to her profile, and it's private. So I couldn't really see what her pictures were. So I was like, okay, whatever. I think I ended up messaging her, or she ended up messaging me. No, oh, I messaged her. I was like, oh, hey, you know, I'm seeing so-and-so, and he says you're his cousin. I just wanted to make sure if that was true or not. She tells me that that's her boyfriend. I was like, what? So she asked for my number, and I gave her my phone number because I'm like, oh, this guy is 2-timing us. I was like, I'm all about girl power, you know. So she ends up calling me. We start chatting it up, and I was like, I was like, I knew him from years ago, and then we saw each other at the club and we started hanging out. But nothing has happened. He told me he works here at this hotel. He didn't tell me he had a girlfriend. He said you were his cousin and this and that. And so she hangs up with me, and I guess she confronts him. I don't know when she confronted him. And she had called me. She was like, he says you're lying, this and that. You know, can we meet up with him? I'm gonna tell him I'm bringing him somewhere and you're gonna be there so we confront him in person. I was like, oh yeah, I'm down. Hell yeah, let's catch him. And I don't even know why I would have agreed to that, because you don't know what the hell would have happened. She could have been crazy and attacked me, or he could have attacked me. Like, I was stupid for even saying like, yo, yeah, let's confront him together. But anyways, when I said yeah, I was down, she called me, and we were supposed to meet that night. Yeah, nighttime at that. And she ends up calling me, and she's like yelling. You hear him yelling in the background. She's like, he says you're lying and this and that. I was like, oh, I'm lying? Tell him I know about his neighbors. How do I know about his neighbors and all the dogs that are always barking? And this, like, I gave her details about what he was telling me. And she's like, why does she know about the neighbors and this and that? He's like, she's crazy, she's stalking me or something like that. And click, he literally attacks her, because I heard thumping and stuff like that, and the call dropped. Never heard from them again. Are they still together? Who knows? I can't believe this guy was two-timing us. And it wasn't even that serious. Like, we were just dating. It was nothing like he was introducing me to his family and friends and whatever. We were going out on vacationing, you know, vacations and stuff like that. So I didn't care, but I just don't like the fact that he lied to me. And when his girl called, or when I found out it was his girl, I was all like giving her information. I'm like, you need to drop this loser. Like, I can't believe he did that. But it just, you men are very, it's not all men, I know a lot. Let me just say that, okay? Not all men do this, but just the men that do that, like, you guys think you're so slick. We as females like to investigate everything. We are detectives by nature. So if you tell us something, we'll believe you to your face. But on the back end, we are Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, like, we are checking up on you. Like, I check everything. Pictures from 2013, 2010. What is your relationship now? What is your relationship with this person? And if I haven't heard about this person before, boy, we are in trouble. Have you guys ever been the other woman? Let me know in the comments below. I like to hear it. I love story time. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I have more stories coming up that are really, really fun, like dating a twin, and can't really say what the other story is about because I have no idea what they're gonna be about. Thank you so much for watching me, some amigos, and I shall see you next time. Adios. Mwah.